If you really want to impact people's lives, you got to grow your business. Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer Waters and I am the Sales and Systems Sensei. Thanks for joining me today. Listen, I'm hearing a lot of chatter and feel free to drop it in the comments, but I'm hearing a lot of chatter about, I just want to, I want to focus on quality instead of quantity. I don't want to become a business that only cares about the cash coming in and not about the actual people walking through the door. I understand where you're coming from. Believe me, I totally get it. That was actually one of my worst fears. When we were first growing the dojo, we literally were doing like $4,000 or $5,000 a month. And at 18 years old, when I made the decision with my family, hey, we're just going to go all in on this thing. We're going to learn how to grow this school, this dojo. I was really genuinely afraid that as we grew this thing, that we would lose quality on the floor, that we wouldn't be able to get the same things across or the same thought processes across. And so one of my favorite tools and techniques that has always been something that my dad has had me use is footage, like actual video footage of students from the past. And one of our goals inside of our business is always to make sure that the students are surpassing the previous generation of students as far as quality goes. So an interesting thing, I tested for my junior black belt when I was like 8.5, maybe 9 years old I believe, something like that. And when I tested for my junior black belt, I'm a great martial artist. I've been doing martial arts my whole entire life. But at 8.5 and 9 years old, some of my punches and kicks on my black belt test were questionable at that time compared to kids these days. Now, you think about this and you go, how is it that the second generation martial artists, because I'm learning directly from my dad, would be not as good as some of the other students that are coming up at 9 years old that are now testing for their junior black belts? The reality is this: back then, there was no systemizing or systemization in place to make sure that the quality stayed high, especially for teaching kids, because at that point in time, the style was primarily for adults, and we didn't really have a lot of good principles and ideas or class plans in place to teach kids. So that impacted the quality a lot. So when people are talking to me and clients, chatter on the internet, people are talking about, hey, I don't want my school to get big. I don't want the academy to grow. I just want to stay at the level I'm at. But in the same breath, also complain about the fact that they don't have enough money to do the things that they want to do, or they have constant complaints about the type of customers that they have that are just not good customers. Here's what I've learned. What I've learned is that if you really are serious about getting your art form out, about changing people's lives, you must grow. It is your obligation to grow. Here's why. If your obligation is to grow and you believe, I have to reach more people, I must do it, then automatically some things start occurring, like scalability factors. Because when you're small, you can get away with things that you cannot get away with when you have hundreds of students. Like, let's say you're teaching a class and you don't really have a class plan, and you know that most of the students come several times a week and they kind of come whenever they want to. So you're going to teach them week to week to week and be able to have all those touch points in place to produce some good quality students. There's going to be gaps, but you're hoping that as these things fall through the cracks, you can catch them. Problem is that when you start doing this, you haven't systematized it. So when you start to grow, you start noticing the quality of the students go down. And then you go, oh, it's got to be because I'm growing. I'm going to stay small. And I'll complain about the fact that I can't provide for my family the way that I want to, and I can't go on vacation, and I don't even have time to train because I'm so busy doing all the other things inside the school. So you stay small instead of doing the one thing that you need to do, which is to make a system, a step-by-step system. This is how we teach class. This is how we enroll people. This is how we upgrade people. This is how we make sure that they show back up to classes and we retain them. This is how we make sure that these people want to purchase more retail. They love our brand. They come to all of our events. But no, instead of doing that, you decide to stay small because you don't want to become a cash cow or not thinking about the value of all the people. the reality is when you do get big, you must think about those things, because the only way that you could balloon your school or academy and not focus on those things is from front-end sales, where somehow you conned people out of money. But considering the fact that your reputation in your town is going to be directly related to your front-end sales, I find it highly improbable that you would be able to pull the wool over that many people and be able to scam them into martial arts classes that were no good, hypothetically, in that situation, or whatever your art form is. So you got to think about it like this. If I take care of all of these little details, the front end, the advanced training, the retention, I take care of events, and I do all these things and I make them a system, I will grow because I'm focusing on building systems in these areas. That's why so many of our clients come to us in the 7-Figure Dojo program and they're like, whoa, this is how you actually do these things. I'm amazed. I'm already making money within 14 to 30 days of starting the program. And the reason why is because we're able to take order and bring order to chaos. We're able to take the ideas that have been formulated by the business owner and actually put them into a logical format that makes sense and that can scale as the school gets bigger. So if you want to have impact in your community, if you want to produce quality, you must focus on growing. You can't do it any other way. People that think small lose big. Don't be that person. Guys, if you enjoyed this content today, make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe. You want to get more stuff like this? I'm teaching all the time how to scale your martial arts school or academy or your dojo all the way on up to 7 figures and beyond. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, be awesome.